Good day, everyone. Greetings. I am very excited for today's podcast. Um, I have the esteemed honor, pleasure of speaking with Linda Isabelle François Obas, an internationally recognized Haitian choreographer, performer, educator, and sociocultural activist. Linda is founder and artistic director of Xpression Ayiti, where she develops Haitian contemporary dance rooted in traditional movement, lived experience, and the spiritual and cultural traditions that is Haiti. Um, Her work has taken her across the Caribbean, Africa, Asia, Europe, and the United States. She is also developing Thera-LakAy, a holistic dance pedagogy that brings together Haitian spirituality, traditional dance, embodiment, and healing. I'm really excited to speak to her today, especially in the eve or the advent of Ayiti Nanm. So today we're speaking with the lead choreographer of Ayiti Nanm, and that is Linda Isabelle François Obas. And I'm going to bring her on screen so we can welcome her properly. Uh, yes, 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 yes. All right, there we go.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, Addi. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm really excited to meet you. Uh, I love dancing, and
Well,
to meet a choreographer and someone who's doing it big from our
thank you.
community, I am so honored to meet you and have so many questions.
I can't wait to have this interview and share this moment with you because it is special to me as well. Because
Mhm.
Haiti Belgium is going to be one of those special nights that we at in the Haitian community come
Mhm.
together and celebrate Haiti. So
Beautiful.
I am very excited about it and very excited about our talk today.
Awesome. All right. So before we begin, before the stages, right?
Yes.
Linda, and what do you prefer, Linda or Isabel?
Both of them are dear to me because most people call me Linda.
Mhm.
My father particularly calls me Isabel. So I love both. So
I love
I have
Isabel. I
no
think I've
problem.
always loved that name. I love
Okay.
that name.
Everybody says it sounds so endearing and
It's
so
that, yeah,
romantic and so
Isabel, the
yeah.
beautiful, you know.
Thank you.
I love that name. So don't yeah, allow me if I do call you Isabel. I might go back and forth. But
No problem.
I love to start in the beginning because I love stories. So before the stages, Isabel, the international performances and expression IET, who was the young Linda and when did movement first begin speaking to you?
Where I think movement spoke to my parents first. So I have to give them, I have to, I have to tell you that I'm grateful for those parents back home in Haiti
Mm-hmm.
because they took me to dance and I was only 3. So they
Mm-hmm.
exposed me to that world. Um, and so I think to put it on a serious note, I'll say between 3 and 13, the responsibility was up to my parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. I loved it so much that I didn't want to stop. But at 13, when I entered Artcho studio with Jean-Guy Saint-Just, Jean-René Delsoin, Gérard Florestal, I fell in love with dancing. I mean, I really fell in love with dancing in terms of trying to be a professional at dance. So I
What
think
does
the pivotal moment was at 13 because I entered a space where um it was about being proud of being Haitian. It was about your skin. It was about the negritude of the whole thing.
oh, yeah.
Because back then, dance, and I won't say until now, and it's not for anybody to take offense from that, but usually when you go to a dance studio back home in the Caribbean, all over, it was hard to find that signature that enlightened, like Haitian culture. So it was basically classical dancing, modern, jazz, a little bit of cabaret. I did some tap dancing in my days
Nice.
and so forth. But when I entered, first of all, the first snippet I had of Haitian culture was through Lavinia Williams. She's American, Black American,
Mm-hmm.
but she embraced Haitian culture, and
Mm-hmm.
then she passed away, unfortunately, and then I moved on to Artcho. So at Artcho, it was about the drums, it was about what do I feel
Mm-hmm.
being Haitian, being a woman. It was all those question marks that we were trying to uncover and give response to, give an answer to. And it was being trying to be comfortable in your in your essence, and
Yeah.
that's what I fell in love with, and that's where lays my mission, my foundation. That's where I got my training. I spent 22 years with that company, and I always say that I was one of the blessed one. We are, in terms of that company, called Ayikodans today. I think their mission, what they're doing, is vital for Haiti. And without that, I wouldn't be sitting here today,
Mhm.
telling you about our culture, telling you that every single one of us need to be an ambassador for Haiti and show off our richness, our beautiful culture. So short, yes, I think that I fell in love early. So I was pretty young when I fell in love with dancing, but particularly dancing Haiti.
Um,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Sounds like Jean-Guy Santus, Jean-René
So in it,
Delsoin, and Gérald Florestal really sharpened and awakened the love of Haitian traditional dance in you.
yes, they did. They did an amazing job. They were my mentors, and like I said, I
Mhm.
began as an apprentice there. I
Mhm.
became a part of the professional dance company early on. Like I
Awesome.
think I was 14. After a year of being an apprentice, I entered the company. Then I did all my, all the steps that there is. I became their soloist in the company.
Mm,
I became a teacher in the school, and then all the way up to being a co-artistic director to Jean-Guy, so
that is
to the
awesome.
company. So I learned everything. So là nous dit natif natal Haiti,
I hear
natif
you.
natal Haiti. So yes.
Well, was there ever a moment, Isabel, that when someone underestimated Haitian dance or treated it as less sophisticated than European or American forms?
There's a lot of those kind of things happening, but I think that it's part of your growth. It's
Yeah.
part of being who you are. It's if they didn't question you, you wouldn't know your value, right? So
Hmm.
you need to compare all the time. So yes, oftentimes because we travel the world, again, as I always say, special and blessed ones,
Mhm.
because not everybody gets to
A
do
lot of
that
people don't
very,
get to do that. Yeah.
so we were blessed enough to get our signature out and have other countries interested in having us and doing the exchange. So
Beautiful.
in terms of um being compared as a dancer pretty early on, we took dance classes with all kinds of other culture and all kinds of other styles of dancing, where you
Mhm.
felt like um
Is
if
mine up to
if you're
par?
not, if you're not into ballet, or you're a dancer.
Right,
If
right,
you
right.
only do, the drums, or you're a dancer. But then again, being a dancer is not about being about that type of dance. It's when you're on stage and the lights go on, what do you project?
And that is the
Dancing
movement
is
of,
being the art, the
yeah.
heart, being
Hmm.
able to project a message.
Yes.
So dancing is not about, if you dance ballet, then you're a dancer. If you dance folklore, then you're not a dancer. It's not about that. Dancing is about expressing and how well you do it. So a Creole, nous mesurer that company and my dancers today.
Hmm.
Mesure, c'est pas when you're off stage and what kind of studio that you go to. Is
Hmm.
when you go on stage, what level do you bring? C'est
Yeah.
là, just like it's nowhere else. I could be standing like here, not doing any movement, but I am dancing. So
Mm.
if the audience receives what I'm trying to say without opening my mouth, I am dancing. So
You owe me a
yeah.
set.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. So,
Thanks so
okay,
much.
I'm going to pivot because I can see, I feel, I have goosebumps because you are emanating a lot of energy, first of all, and
Yeah.
I could feel the passion for dance, for your culture, and it is our culture. So I could feel, I see the love you have for Haiti. Um, when you think about Haiti and the passion that comes about Haiti, what comes to mind for you? Is it the land, the people, the history, the spirituality, the struggle, or something deeper?
Well, it's a very difficult question. I always say that you cannot put define in a canvas what Haiti is,
Hmm.
because I said I actually said that maybe that was maybe 5 years ago in an interview actually. They were trying to ask me how do I feel when I say Haiti, what do I feel?
What
Right?
evokes? Yeah.
So it's everything. Sometimes it's rage, sometimes it's love, sometimes it's the cafe. It's everything
When you hold on,
and one thing.
I'm sorry, Linda. Point of correction. When low di cafe, because I'm such a Haitian American. I I have a story, but I'll share that with you when I see you. But cafe, do you mean coffee or do you mean brothel?
I mean, coffee. I mean,
Okay.
when you go to the
Yeah,
mountainside
I
and
know, I know.
then
I just had to
Ushita
clarify.
can scoff and then you smell it in the morning. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily the coffee you're about to drink, but
Yes.
it's part of the aroma of the land.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about. It's the sun, it's the sea as well, it's
Yeah.
the beach as well, it's the
Yeah.
lambi bukone. It's actually
Yeah.
manifestation too. This
Mm-hmm.
say kaochuka boule, you can go out.
Ooh.
It's the chaos, and among the chaos, you have that beautiful flower growing. It's everything because Haiti, you cannot define it. You cannot say Haiti is a country that has this, this, and this is what I love
Yeah.
about it.
It
It's
is as complicated
everything.
as a
It's the
beautiful woman.
it's
Haiti is a beautiful woman. We
and
are
it's the
complicated. We
essence
have
of
to,
it.
right.
It's the essence of it that inhabits each and single one of us, right?
Right.
It's that essence that when you hear that music and you go like, and your hips start to, and then you bounce, those kind of things. It's
Mhm.
those little details that Haiti is for me. And it's also our history. It is also Jean-Jacques Dessalines. It is also the Noir Rouge. It is also, that hand that heals you when you're sick, and they come with tea and give it, and it's like miracle, and then all you just drink a cup of tea and you feel good. It's the little masquiti that your grandmother rubs on your head at
Yes.
night because you have a cough.
It's
All
that
those
Afro-Cuban.
things, all
All of
those
it.
things, it's all of it
Mm,
that's inside, and
mm.
it's outside as well.
Yeah.
If I try to, combine what I'm trying to say, this is
Yeah.
where the passion is. This is the where the love is for me.
Yeah.
I can tell you what exactly, drives me,
Yeah.
but it's everything. Because some days is sadness, some days is, like I say, it's rage.
Yes.
I'm pissed.
Yes.
It's so
Well, our
yeah.
narrative is always it's always portrayed through crisis. And like I said, Haiti is a beautiful woman, a complicated woman, one that you have to accept all different facets. You don't have to accept it, but you embrace the entire being. Haiti being a living being to me. When you think about um, our history and through dance, what do you feel the body remembers?
I think the body remembers everything. I think that's where our work begins as artists, and particularly dancers or dance makers,
Mhm.
choreographers, dancers, performers, interpreters, all of those things that utilize the body as the instrument to bring that above. Is the fact that your body has all that memory, all
Yeah.
that ancestry in it.
Yeah.
Every time someone says, oh, the energy is within, God is within,
Mm-hmm.
your divine self is within, you need to connect. All of that is to say that exactly who you are is within. You
Mm-hmm.
just need to silence yourself and hear whatever you need to hear. It could be the drums, it could be silence, and you start to move.
Mm-hmm.
And you moving is reconnecting with your ancestors and
Right.
redefining where you're coming from, where you came from, where they came from. So yeah, dancing for me is one of those portals
Mm-hmm.
that allows you to connect
Mm-hmm.
without putting words on it. You
Mm-hmm.
just feel it. So I think it's one of those major portals that allows you to connect to
I'm,
yourself and to your past and to your history
I'm glad you said
as a
that.
people.
I'm glad you say that because for me, Haitian traditional dance carries our history. It carries profound spiritual meaning, regional identities, and relationship to our ancestors, our spirits, our loi. What
Exactly.
what responsibility does a choreographer carry when bringing these movements into a contemporary stage?
Well, I think that's the beauty of it. Being an artist and I am in a theater and I am creating, I have that liberty of dancing. The word contemporary means that as a choreographer, I am going to be vulnerable. I am going to let out what I think happens to me
Mm-hmm.
when I face each concept or that theme or the subject that we're talking about. How
Yeah,
do I feel about it?
yeah,
The word contemporary actually gives you a pass
mm-hmm.
to open up the canvas, right?
Yeah,
Through
yeah,
my eyes as a choreographer, I have that responsibility to try to convey as best as I can how do I position myself today? And then the dancers, they will help me bring that message about.
yeah,
So it's a whole, it's an entity in itself that, you
absolutely.
know, that language between dancers and choreographer, it's sacred for me because I can be thinking it and the body in front of me
Yeah.
doesn't, or does it so well that they actually finish my sentence. And
Well,
that's where you have the magic.
so here's what's coming. So how do you protect your sacred traditions from becoming a spectacle, especially when presenting them to audiences who may not understand or respect Haitian spirituality or voodoo?
Well, I think that again, that's another facet of it. I was talking about the my responsibility towards the theme, but I also have a responsibility towards that tradition because when we're on stage, we're not in a temple, we're not in a demobwe, we're not in the spirituality or the the ritualistic
But isn't
part
it all
of the
ritual?
culture.
Isn't it all isn't it all
We are all energy, right? We are
yeah.
all energy. So when I'm talking to you right now, it's my energy connecting to yours and yours to mine, and we're having this conversation. Everything and anything can become sacred depending on what you're talking about.
Mhm.
But it's another step to going into a temple to have a ritual. It's another form of connecting to your laws, or as if you were going to church, right? It's a different level. Church or a temple is not the theater.
For
So
me it is.
there it is
I beg
it
to differ
is
because
not.
I'm a performing artist.
Yes,
And I sing jazz, I sing Haitian folklore. I speak, I'm a speaker. Or even if I'm storytelling to kids, mshitaate, I'm on the floor reading
of
to kids
course,
or doing, you
because
know,
you need to connect.
readers theater, right? For me, it's all sacred. It's
It
all
is.
sacred and it's
It
all
is.
ritual. To me, I just beg to differ. I think I carry my temple with me.
You
And
are that temple also. I
I
agree. I
exactly.
completely agree.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is um there are traditions that are written for rituals. For
Hmm.
example, if you dive into the spirituality of voodoo, there's a
Hmm.
certain way that
Hmm.
they would connect to a divinity like Freda, for example. There are certain way, there's different ritual for you to connect. So when you're doing your rituals and you're in that spirituality, there are guidelines for that.
I agree.
Whereas if I am
Correct.
on stage and I'm
Right.
portraying Freda, I don't need to be in pink. My Freda could be in black. My Freda could be all
Whatever you
different
want.
than you would say in your ritual. That's what I'm saying.
I
With
get it.
there's no,
I get
that
it.
doesn't mean that it's not sacred. Of course it is sacred because if I say the word Freda, the word Freda, the name Freda is already sacred. As you would say, the name God is already sacred. So every time you could be on stage and saying Freda or drumming the Yanvalu or singing a prayer, you in that sacred space. I agree totally with you, but there's a freedom as an artist that you can do that. You could travel. You could allow yourself to break anything that could be, again, the word canvas comes to mind, that could frame you into this because it's ritual. There's règlement,
I hear you.
there's rules there.
I
But
hear
in the
you.
theater, there's
Yeah.
no rules.
There's no rules.
Only as a responsible choreographer, I know that I will be talking about Haitian culture. I need to respect that.
I
I need
understand.
to make sure that I do not
Offend.
offend nor degrade what Haitian culture is.
That's
I'll
exactly it.
always have that responsibility being
Yes.
Haitian myself and a Haitian woman on top of that, right? So I will always respect that. But as an artist, I know that Ayiti Nam, for example, I could open up. I
Yeah.
could I could I could explore more and
Yeah.
bring something else to the table. That's what
So
I'm
so let
saying.
me
Of
so
course it is sacred.
yeah, so let me come back to you and join you because I do agree with you. And it just reminded me how I am just so I'm such a rebel. And I'm completely thinking outside of the scope of what happens because I wouldn't know what happens in a what happens in a voodoo temple, for example. You see? Because
Yes.
I say we're Haitian, we're voodoo, and I
Of
move
course.
like
Of
that, and
course.
I'm
Of
that.
course.
But do I go to ceremonies? Do I go to rituals? No, I don't. And you know what? It's just because I don't want canvas. I don't want to be boxed in and um and have and create limitations for myself based on what is expected of me, what I need, what I what I'm signing up for going into a space that is or was conceived or is conducting spirituality in their specific way. I want to do
But
it
you know,
my way.
again, it's exactly. I think that when we say the word spirituality, it is something very intimate and very personal.
Right.
So I'm not talking, we never said the word religion right now, but
I'm
we're talking about
so
spirituality. So
spirituality.
it's personal and intimate, and
Right.
everyone has their own way of connecting on how they want or don't want to connect.
Right.
So that's up to them. But me talking about art, I am an artist engagé that promotes and shares and hope to have that conversation about
That's
Haitian
beautiful.
culture.
That's
That's what
beautiful.
I do.
That's beautiful. All right. So, Isabel, you've traveled to Benin. I went there a few months back. Benin, Japan, Cyprus on my bucket list. The Caribbean,
Yeah.
here, United States. What have those travels taught you about how the world sees Haiti or how Haiti sees itself?
Well, I think that the first thing is that being an artist, every single time I traveled,
Mm-hmm.
especially when I went to Africa,
Mm-hmm.
it is amazing on how much those people know about our story, how much they feel that Benin particularly, that they're our grandmother, that they are family, and they embrace us being Haitian for what we've been through and what we accomplished as a nation, as a people. So other than that, let's say in terms of experience with other cultures, particularly um, Cyprus or Japan, they are very interested. They are very curious about the way the way we see ourselves, the way we dance. Why? There's so many questions that they want to ask you
Mm-hmm.
because we are so different, but at the same time, we are all beautiful.
Yes.
So they want to know more about us.
Yes.
How did we come about? How
Yes.
do we feel our drums?
Yes.
Why do we, what do we eat? What do we love? What is that music like that? How do you count that music? For example, in Japan, we had an evening with their national company.
Mm-hmm.
So we were drumming and
Are you a drummer
their
too?
company, no, no, unfortunately. It
I'm a
hurts.
I'm a,
It
I'm
hurts a
a
lot.
I'm a drummer.
Oh, that's great. That's great. We need that. We need
I love
more
it.
and more drumming. So we were drumming and then we were doing class and we had like 6 drummers, if I remember correctly. So it was a huge master class.
Mm-hmm.
So we were teaching them how to move.
Mm.
And like for example, Luna, Go Petro,
Mm.
and you see all those Japanese dancing Haitian rhythms, and you're like, oh my God, they loved it so
They were
much.
doing it well, like the whole
They were
role.
doing well. They were amazed.
I
They
would have
were
loved to see
ecstatic.
that.
It was a one of those special moments
Mm-hmm.
connecting with another culture.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was amazing the way they opened their minds and their body and let it flow. And they were doing the ondulation and they were trying to move the way we did. And it was just pure moment of cultural exchange. And
Yeah.
that's what I love about the whole things. I bring my, you bring yours, and
Yeah.
then we compare and we see what we can pick up from one another, and
Yeah.
something beautiful comes out of it.
Yeah.
It's been like that most of my experience abroad.
Yeah.
So,
Touch on Africa for me because I'm very interested to see what connections you saw between Benin's traditional
and
dances and
well,
Haiti.
the first thing first, they opened the door to the plane because we had to get down on the tarmac and then enter
Yeah. Yeah.
the building. First thing first,
You
the
got hit
wind
with
that
the
I
heat.
felt on my face, I felt like, oh my God, I'm home.
You're
I
home.
felt like the warmth of
Haiti.
the air, and it felt like Haiti.
Yeah,
It
I
was
did.
chaud, même gens avec Haïti.
Show Baseki.
And and then I felt like I felt like I'm sensitive. So again, I had goosebumps and I felt something weird going on. And then when I started to enter and the way the people like welcomed us, it was, I've never felt like that. I've never
But
felt
didn't it
so
look
much
like,
love.
didn't you see the people and you're looking like, didn't I see you in Haiti? Didn't I see you in
That's
Miami?
it. And
These
then
people are the same people,
we are the same. We have
then
the
even if you have nothing going on that day, I just felt like I'm home. I don't know. I'm just
I
home.
felt connected. I felt
Connected.
right away connected. And
Right.
the people were talking to me and some of them were talking where they were speaking Fon. I felt like I understood what they were
Right.
saying. I
Right.
felt like I could pick up
Why am
when
I
we were
understanding?
among us, when we were speaking Creole, Haitian Creole, some of them, our driver felt like he understood. You just said that, right? And it felt like it's like your body was remembering something that you had forgotten. That's exactly what I felt.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly. So, yes.
the only thing that I felt was different is the way they carry their babies. We don't have that in Haiti, where the mom wraps the baby behind and then you get hush wrap up.
Yeah.
So that's the only difference that
Yeah.
I didn't see back home. But they have the griot, they have l'homme tête gris black avec nous. For some reason, they have
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
des autres that we have also at home. côté avant gaz, they sell those gallons of,
On the side of the street.
gas on
The
the side
first
of
time
the
I thought that
road.
was lemonade. I'm like,
I
what is
No,
that?
I'm home. I said
No.
I'm home. But
Yeah.
you know what? I know that also they didn't slavery probably didn't let our ancestors, our women carry
That's
their babies like that. And there were so many other region coming into Saint Domingue back in the day. Maybe that's why we don't carry
no.
our
Many
babies
other
the same.
regions carry
There
their
were,
babies like that.
yeah, but
I think it's
maybe
slavery.
slavery that didn't let you do that for some reason. But the only thing that really punched me in the heart when I visit La Porte du Nord at
Me
Brida,
too.
I felt really an overwhelming sadness,
Same.
and I felt it was for me. I felt like something ripped inside of me, and I started crying
I also felt betrayed.
a bit, but
It
I
was
started to
complicated.
cry. I'm
I
not someone
Yeah,
to tear up like that.
yeah,
I couldn't stop, and then
yeah.
I had different images coming into my mind, and I felt like I've never seen those images. It was almost as if I was having visions, but
Okay. Hmm.
um I knew that they were true to be,
Yeah.
and I felt it was the first time that I actually, you read those books and you know about trade slaves and everything, but actually standing there, your feet in the sand and looking at the sea and looking back, and you're not coming back to your homeland, really hit hard. But Benin is a place I think that all of us should visit one day if we have the opportunity. All of us should one day go to Africa, at least to Benin or anywhere in the, Ivory
Especially the
Coast they
West
call
Coast,
it. Yes.
the Gold
I
Coast.
think I think it's one of those things that give you more in depth on
Who you
what
are.
we've been through,
So,
and
yeah,
gives
and
you,
how
yeah.
yeah, how far we've come.
Yes.
Isabel, ooh, you were talking about that and I got goosebumps.
You
I
got
got
that
goose,
here.
yeah, I got goosebumps because
I know.
I had, to me, that was my worst day in Benin. And I slowly walked. Didn't it feel like it's like a whole mile from
It's long.
from the parking lot to, it's like you're
To
crossing
the
a
to
desert.
the to the yeah, to the
You're
shore.
you're crossing a desert just to get to the beach, to the shore. So I took that long walk, and I'm imagining being shackled to other people,
And you're not coming back.
and I'm not coming back. I
And you
kept
don't know
looking,
where you're going towards.
right.
You
I
only
kept
know that you're about to suffer,
because the
but you
sea,
don't know what you're
yeah,
going
the sea
towards.
looks like it's just endless. You
Yeah.
that's it. Before
Yeah.
you is this huge, scary sea. So I kept looking back at my host and I started crying. And I'm like, how could you have sold us? I had to reconcile that. So I started crying. And people were just there having picnics because it was a Sunday, and some people had were coming from funerals or coming from church, and this is where they gather. So for them, they're jovial and everything. And here I am, very solemn by myself. I felt alone. And I'm walking between these people, and people are turning around and watching me. They're watching me with awe, like what is so, I don't know what they were thinking. I can't even pretend. But I realized I was being watched by a lot of people. And I walked in a straight line. I didn't, deviate, or how we act if I'm in the beach in Miami and I'm just like skipping along. No, I walked in a very straight, intentional line to the shore. And I stood there and I began to cry. And then I put my feet in the water. And I just stood there, and this little boy came up and said, "You want me to get some water for you?" And I said, "I don't have a water bottle. Je n'avais pas de bidon, you know. And he went and got it for me. And he was expecting cash. And we don't travel with cash like that. And I apologized to him and said I don't have any money. And he says, "It's okay, my queen. This is for you." And I just started crying. And I stood there and I turned around and I had to say a prayer. I had to address them, right? I had to give thanks to be able to stand where I was standing at that moment. That was heavy.
Well, I think that you just described you making peace with your history right there, and I think that's where I think like every Haitian should at least do that to reconcile what is to be Haitian with that part of our story, because it is a part of our story. It's not
Yeah,
the whole story.
it's
We are
not.
not African, but we're African descendant.
I'm
So
glad you said that.
that part,
I'm
we
glad you
need
said
to be
that.
aware of it. What does it
Yeah,
mean
yeah,
to be someone that is African descendant,
right.
and then come to this island and rip out our freedom and
Yeah,
become one people and become Haiti, right?
right.
So I think that it helps a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
That journey helped me a lot
yeah, it did. It did.
to make
Because,
peace with that part of my history.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And I'm glad you said that because it was at that moment I realized that we became something else. We are no longer African. We are descendants, but we overcame, we created a whole new culture. That's when I
exactly.
realized that.
Exactly.
So let's switch gears. Let's talk
Yes.
about I do want to talk about expression Ayiti. Okay,
Okay.
so why did you create expression Ayiti and what was missing from the artistic landscape that you felt it was calling you to build?
Well, I think that after 22 years in a company where I was under the guidelines of my mentor, Jean-Guy Saint-Just, as a choreographer, right?
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
felt like there's a question that suddenly was growing inside of me.
Hmm.
Um, it's the when you're in a team, and then you're part of a team, so the team follows the coach, right? So
Uh-huh.
it doesn't mean that you cannot be Linda. It only means that you are following the head coach. The head coach to needs Linda, Natalie, etc., etc., everybody in the team to be successful. So there's a part of Linda that is there giving to that team. But
Hmm.
at a certain point, I felt that I wanted to know where my mission is as an artist. What's my legacy? I needed to answer some questions. I needed to go into the unknown, because 22 years
It's not 22 days.
is discipline. It's rigorous dancing. Is being in a company that you know what your job is. You know that you need to give your 150%. You know the craft already. But do you have something to say now? Do I have something to say now after that journey? Do I need to say
Yeah,
something? Do I
yeah.
have something to say?
And you do.
I don't know. I didn't know. So
Hmm.
I wanted to find out. Um, Second thing is, I felt like back home, I felt this urge of maybe broadening the spectrum a
Hmm.
bit, giving access to people that didn't necessarily have access to that level of dancing.
Beautiful.
There is till this day dancing everywhere in Haiti, because this is what we do. We are that country that dances a lot, that loves music, and that's the part of the African descent, right? Because we don't do without music. Everything is through music. Even if when we're outraged out on the street,
Yeah,
it's through music that we convey our messages. When we
yeah,
riot, it's through music. You have the drumming,
yeah,
and telling everybody fuck you, but we're still singing. And
yeah.
so I wanted to coming back to that part of my questioning, I wanted to broaden the spectrum and bring that youth to that level of dancing, to that level of discipline,
Mm-hmm.
and what it is to be. When you say you love dancing, okay, but you want to be a dancer, that's a different conversation. You need
Right.
to put discipline in, you need to be in a studio, you need training. It's not because you open the TV and you have Beyonce, Rihanna, and you know that their last video you can dance, it means that you're a dancer. It means that you have a talent for dancing, but it doesn't begin that conversation of I want to be a professional dancer.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to start that conversation with other people, other, let's say, other women from different aspects of life.
Mm-hmm.
So I started Xpression because it was an X with pressure. So I was trying to put pressure on the society, on
Mm-hmm.
what it is to dance Haiti. What kind of
Beautiful.
body dances Haiti? Do we need that thin,
Yeah.
European body to dance? I
Yeah.
needed to get rid of that because Haitian women are not like that. We have
Thank
hips,
you.
we have, all those make us what
Yep.
we are. And there started a conversation, and there started my first piece called Parfum de Femme, where
Mm.
I tried to tackle different aspect of being a woman and being an Haitian woman.
Mm-hmm.
And from that, I did auditions,
Mm-hmm.
and then I again ended up with 17 dancers and 5
Beautiful.
drummers. So this been going on since I did my first presentation in 2017,
Yes.
and then it's been a love story ever since. Unfortunately, I moved to the States in 2022, but my dancers are still here. We're still talking about ways to do whatever we can do.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
Xpression is still here, but as you would understand, it's sort of a
Wait a minute. Where did you grow
chess
up?
game.
Are you saying you moved to the United States in 2022
Yes,
for the first time to stay?
to stay. Yes, it's
So
the first time I've been out of my country for more. Like usually, I travel a lot. I traveled a lot during those years, but I've never spent more than a month out of my Haiti.
I would have
So,
never, no, based on your language, I would have never known that. That's
well,
what I
thank
meant.
thank
You know,
you.
I would have
Well,
never known
2020. It's only been 4 years since I'm
that.
here, trying
Beautiful.
to continue. Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
And your style is described as, or your work. I don't know if I'm confounding the two or, conflating, what dance is and your other activism work, but your work is still described as sociocultural activism.
Yes,
Um, is it through dance that you're attempting to confront or preserve or transform?
it is true
Is it through
dance.
your choreography, and what is that you're trying to confront, preserve, heal,
I am trying
transform?
to preserve our culture first and foremost. I
Mm-hmm.
am trying to have those conversations where people feel like they are not allowed to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am trying through dancing to gather society on different subjects.
Yeah.
So everything is done through dancing, and then after that we have a conversation about what I presented. But I try to go through dancing because
Mhm.
it's
Oh, yeah.
strategically it's the best way to go for me
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to have those conversations and to talk about
We
different
all
things.
have our medium, right?
Exactly. So I think that it's worked for me.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense I've been invited to talk about my work a lot. For example, one of my pieces called Kenbe Alada was
Mm-hmm.
shown in a festival in a film festival in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all kinds of like you say, Kenbe Alada. It's
Mm-hmm.
about that part of Africa that we need to hold on to. We need
Mm-hmm.
to hold on to that root, that
Yeah.
part of our roots. It's
I
a
went
part
to
of it.
Alada.
It's one,
Okay.
yeah, it's one branch.
Yes.
So if someone were to ask me, why did you call it Kenbe Alada? There you go. We start a conversation about that.
Yeah.
So
Toussaint
that's the way
Louverture.
I
But
call it
do you connect it to
sociocultural.
Toussaint's um being a native of there?
Well, that's one of, like, right now you're entering the historical part of it.
Yeah.
They want to have Dale Toussaint being an explorer,
Uh-huh.
because for them, Toussaint was never a slave.
Really?
The story that Alada says that Toussaint came from a family of explorer, and he asked his father to go explore with the Negrier that were going down to Saint Domingue, and that's why he ended up in Saint Domingue. That's the story, the history that Alada is
Project
saying. And then in our books back home, Toussaint was a
a
slave.
slave.
So I won't go in again. That's where being an artist.
That's my own grappling with history. I was talking about that with
Yeah.
um um I was talking about that just yesterday with
Mhm.
someone, how we're so afraid. I'm a professor and I'm afraid to talk. I'm very careful when I talk Haitian history because there's
Of
so many
course.
different versions.
Of course. And I think that it's one of those things that are, people that do history are historians, they need to tackle that.
Yeah,
And
it's
because for the
important.
future, for the youth that is coming, for the time that is coming, we need to resolve some issues.
We do.
And me as an artist, I'll do my part,
I'll do
but
my
they need
part.
to do their
No, I'll
part,
do my
right?
part. I'll
Because I
continue. I'll
am not an
continue.
historian.
Yeah,
So I can only pick up from what I've learned in Alada and what I've learned back home. And maybe one day, if I want to put Toussaint Louverture on stage, I'll gather information from those both sources, and I'll be able to put it on stage the way I see it in
let's
my
interpret it.
contemporary self.
That's
So
right.
that's where it's, I have
Yeah.
no canvas. But with that said, yes, I think we need to have that common ground among historians, because
Mhm.
the thing is, at first our history was written by those that lost the battle.
Koto
So I
jeune
think we
candidate
need
à
to correct that.
constamination.
We need to correct that, and have our people write our history so that we could say, okay, I agree with this. This is factual. Okay, we're gonna go with this. So this is where societal problems come above, and that's where we have divisions. We have, because we do not have a history that we can all grab onto and be proud of and walk with. That's a topic for another day.
You just
But I
gave me an
think
idea
that
and I'm gonna write it
that
down.
our historians, they need to be, stay and have that colloque, I don't know, and sit
Uh-huh.
down, that round table, and try to do something for our youth coming, because it's not healthy. It's unhealthy.
You did it. You just gave me something. Well, afterwards, even after our interview, please stick around and we can talk a little bit
Of
about that.
course, of
But I
course.
wrote it down so that we can address it
Okay.
later. You are such a breath of fresh air.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me. You as well.
You're
I love your
so
space.
you're so smart. I
Oh,
love it.
thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, so let's get to Thera-LakAy. And that's see, I that's that I told a friend, I said, "Do you have any idea? I don't think you know how your music has been my therapy for the past 5 days." And I am just that I'm hoping I got the wordplay right because that's what I think about um,
Thera-LakAy.
therapy. So
Lakai.
tell me about that.
Well, I think that in terms of wellness, I think the same way people from India
Mhm.
develop that, yoga
Yoga.
and everything that comes after that. And I think it fits very well with their culture. I
Mhm.
think with everything that we have in Haiti, I am doing research on how to have that
Mhm.
Thera-LakAy, that therapy from home, that
Mm.
from home being Ayiti. That's why I write it L-A, but the big A-Y, meaning Ayiti, Kai Ayiti.
Mm.
So yes, that's what I am still building that um that pedagogy, because it's a lot, because I don't want to be, how do I say that? How do I convey what I'm trying to say better? I want everybody to have their space in Thera-LakAy. I don't want you to feel like you come to a space where you're not safe. I
Mm.
don't want you to feel that you're coming to temple. You're not coming to temple.
Mhm.
You're coming to your grandmother's house when
Mm.
she gives you that tea, or
Mhm.
when you smell the incense or bougiaka boule, and you feel safe. And
Mm.
then I want you to be revived through those rhythms, because if you listen to your Yavalu, it's your spine cord vibrating. So
Yeah,
we have all of that.
definitely.
We
Yeah,
need to
Yavalu is
gather
amazing.
all that knowledge
Well,
and apply
amazing
it
you
to
just said.
us.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Oh my God, I'm so impulsive.
No, go ahead.
Yes, Yavalu is the Kundalini.
Of course. Of course, it's
It
always
is
been
the it
there.
is the serpent. It's the
It has been there
Kundalini.
always since Africa, yes.
Okay, thank you for
So I am
allowing me
doing
to.
research, and I'm not there yet,
Mhm.
but I've taught a few class of Thera-LakAy. So far it has been great, but I'm still in the process of compiling all that I want to
Well,
be
you're gonna have to
incorporated
bring
in
that to
that.
North Carolina, dear.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes,
This
with
is where
pleasure.
I am.
It would be my pleasure to come. It
Yeah.
would be my pleasure.
Wow, wow, wow. I love it. 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 All right. I love it. Oh, this is so good. All right. Ayiti Belnam.
Haiti Belnam. That's the big chunk. Okay, Haiti Belnam is wow, it's a musical.
Yeah.
It's a contemporary musical, because you'll have that live music, you'll
Mm-hmm.
have that live sound,
Mm-hmm.
you'll have drumming, you'll have instruments, you'll have jazz,
Mm-hmm.
you'll have all kinds of sound
Mm-hmm.
going through Haiti Belnum.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's about 10 dancers
Mm-hmm.
and another 10 comedian and singers on that cast.
Mm.
So I was around 23 people on
Mm-hmm.
stage. Um,
That's a
yeah,
big cast.
singing, dancing, Haiti.
That's
Yes,
a big cast. So let's take a step back.
sure.
When you first heard When you first heard the vision for Ayiti Belnum, what did you see before any choreography was created?
Well, I am part of the first days of Haiti Belnum. It's actually something we've been working on for the past 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to, the initiative behind this is to raise enough money to rehabilitate Wakaima back home, to
Mm-hmm.
make it a destination for
Mm-hmm.
all kinds of people, and also for our country to
Right.
have that
Sacred
peu de
historical ground.
mémoire. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, so first off, when they said it was for that, I was say, please just sign me in. I am there. And then we started to have a conversation about the concept. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so we worked out a beautiful concept for the journey of Haiti Belnam.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had to go and find the right people to convey that message. So I think the success for me already is in the fact that all those comedians that are part of the cast, all those singers that are part of the cast,
Mm-hmm.
their role is really tailored to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it fits to a T. After you see that show, you'll see Riva or Tafa or Ewol or Daniel Tamido, Farajus or even Carol Demisme will be on stage. After that show, you'll say, "Oh my God, there! I couldn't figure out where was that you, Ewol?" Because
Yeah.
he was so much into the persona that they gave, the role that they gave to him in Ayiti. I'm saying Ayiti in Ayiti Belgium. Ayiti is another nonprofit that I'm part of, but it's for a later conversation. So yes, I think that that's what we've been able to do with Ayiti Belgium. And as far as for the dancers, they are among La creme de la creme. Is I have a cast of dancers that I can rely on. I have a cast of dancers that are professionals. I have a cast of dancers that are hungry for that stage. I have a cast of dancers that are ambassadors for Haiti everywhere they go. And so I am so excited to have all those things come together on August 15th. I am I am stressed out, of course, but I am very excited to see how all those people come together and give what we're going to give on August 15th.
So I'm trying to get to the part where Ayiti Belnam, which means Haiti, beautiful soul.
Yep.
What does Haiti soul look like when you translate that into movement?
Again, I think that it's about embracing your history. So you'll feel that being a descendant of Africa, you'll feel that Africa come in at a certain point. It's part of that legacy as well. In terms of essence, you'll feel that the way we are as a people today, the way we have that rage or the way we have that sadness sometimes, or the way we rebel against society and try to force things, you'll feel that as well. I think that in terms of movement as well, you'll have that. I tried to have all the essence. I couldn't dive into everything, but most of what makes the makeup of Haiti in terms of sound, I gathered the most that I thought I could. So you'll feel you'll recognize a lot, and you'll reconnect with a lot. After that performance, I want everybody to, at a moment, recognize themselves on stage. Oh yeah, that's me. Oh, that's speaking to me. She's talking to me. I don't know, but she's talking to me. That's what I want everybody to receive, is that, reconnect to who you are. If you had forgotten, because here, the way of life is like 100,000 miles per hour. So sometimes you forget who you are, right? But after that performance, it gathers you. It's gonna gather you to come back to yourself and have more strength to go on. And it'll give you that sense of, we need to conversation. We need to talk. We need to do something. We need to continue it. And you see, those types of conversation will be held. It is historical. It is political at times. It is pure cultural at times. And I think that I don't want to be biased, but with the work that everybody else has done so far, I am proud to be part of that team. I am proud as an artist to be part of Ayiti Belgium. It's a beautiful body of work. It's a beautiful body of work. I cannot stress that enough, because the theater part of it, the text, they are in your profond. Like, they dive in to our souls. So I think that that's where Ayiti Belgium is. I think at every level, people try to be very warm, very heavy on what we were saying, from the dancing to the singing to the speaking. So I think that's That's the beauty of Ayiti Belnam for me.
You've answered so many questions for me. I appreciate that response. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Um, so, Linda Elizabeth, what do you believe?
My sister is actually Elizabeth. Me, I am Isabel.
Isabel, why did I even say that? See, I'm thinking
Always,
I don't
my
know.
sister's her name is Raphael Elizabeth. Me, I'm Linda
Wow.
Isabel. So yeah, we have both in the family.
Isabel Elizabeth.
Yes,
That's pretty much the same name, but just in different languages.
exact.
All right. So, Linda Isabel,
Yes.
what do you believe your ancestors would recognize in your work, in the work that you're creating today? What would your ancestors say? Or,
Well, I think that is the other way around. I actually pray that I let them speak through me. I let them talk, that I am at that level, that I have received and that I have given back what they are expecting from me. So
mm,
I am always trying to be at their disposal.
mm,
And I'm trying to be as much as I can respectful and for them to know that I'm grateful
mm-hmm.
to be one of their descendants, right? And
That's
I am so
amazing.
proud of what they did. And the thing is I could never measure up. So I am trying to be as much as I can close to what they want to say.
You are
So,
you are already measuring up. You are them personified.
well, you know, they did a lot.
But
Addi,
you're
they did.
and now you have other works to do. They did
Exact.
that hard part.
Yes. So now today I want to inspire my daughter. I want to inspire her daughter in the future. So I am about that. I am trying to always try to be maximize what I'm receiving and what I
Well,
think,
yeah,
and trying to stay humble as well,
yeah,
because if you're not in that, silent, you need you're too much wrapped up in yourself, you
yeah.
won't receive it. So I'm trying to stay humble and try to listen and try to be as much as I can
Okay. You stay
a
humble, and
good
I will celebrate
a good.
you. Stay humble. I will celebrate you.
Thank you.
And I want to say you are the hope and the dream of our ancestors.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. Mr. Watt.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
So, having said that, Linda Isabelle François Obas, she's building a legacy, not just dance, not just social activism. She's building for the country I love so much. You have your part in a very strong and endearing legacy, but it's something so indelibly tied to those of us who feel it. And I won't let anybody take that away from me because I wasn't born on the island. What is your carrying legacy? What do you want your legacy to be?
I want everybody that comes near and see my work want to do more. Even if you're one of my dancers, I
Mhm,
want you to have your school. I want you to continue. And I want us to be multiplying all over the world. I
mhm,
want our culture to multiply all over the world.
mhm.
I want our culture to be back home revered, so that every Haitian knows that they are Haiti.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say queen, I'm not gonna say king, because these terms sometimes you stay in the aura of the word. It's like the glamorous thing of the word, but being Haitian, you're already that. You're a kingdom. You're a queendom, which means you have a body of people that you have the responsibility
Let's see.
towards. So I want you to carry that queendom and know that you need to transmit. You know to give what you've received onto them, so
Yeah.
that we become better and we have a better country and we can stand our ground and be up to par of that legacy we received from our ancestors,
Yeah.
because we're not there yet as a people. But I think if we take a minute to understand our history, we'll know where our responsibility lies. So yeah, that's what I wanna
That's beautiful. Well
leave
said. Well said.
you.
Well said. Complete this sentence. Haiti is
Mama,
beautiful. Complete the sentence. Haiti is beautiful because
ils sont maman. Et maman. Moi, c'est maman. Matrice.
beautiful.
Ouais.
Beautiful. Okay. Dimunyo, how can they find you? Where are you located?
Wow, it's so fácil. I am on Facebook and Instagram. So if they type François Linda on IG, they will find me. If they type Linda Isabelle François on Facebook, they will find me. And then they will find me on August 15 as well at the Adrian Art Center. And we could have that
Hey,
conversation after the
hey.
performance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there will be very, I don't know, they'll receive a lot, and I hope to see them. And I would really want the to maximize everybody that can come, to
Yeah,
amplify, to be, sold out next
yeah,
week, because I think we need that. I think we need to come together for our community and our country.
yeah,
I think that the times that we're living, we need that. I
yes.
need that. And I think that my fellowship, my fellow Haitian brothers and sisters, we need
I
to
need
come
that.
and have that, and have that moment among ourselves, and
Yeah.
dive into Haiti Belnum. I think
Our
we need that.
children, our
And I
children
am
need that too. You know that.
exactly, because I think it's the beginning of a beautiful era for Haiti right now.
Yes, it
I
is.
am hopeful that everything changes for the better. I'm always hopeful.
Mhm.
But with that hope comes also, again, the word being responsibility. Everybody at our level needs to do the work. So the work is not necessarily for you to, the work is to come on August 15 and see what you can do.
That's
The
right.
work is actually spending some money on a cause that will give back to our country.
Hmm.
Because the initiative from Kawal Demisme, one of our divas, is
That's
her
mama.
legacy.
That's big
That's her
mama.
legacy. That's the legacy she
Mhm.
wants to leave her children, us.
Yeah.
So I think it's a beautiful initiative. I think that she is living up to our ancestors. And I think that Wakaima is one of the moments in our history that needs not to be forgotten.
But
So
despite its controversial history or narrative surrounding it, I was talking about that too. But it
in
is
different way
definitely
you take
it's an
Wakaima needs to stay.
it's
Even
an
if we're
important,
having
yeah,
that conversation, this is the Congrès des Clairières. You
yeah,
take it politically, you take it spiritually,
yeah.
we need that
No,
conversation.
that's an
So
important
Wakaima
historical site.
as a moment in our history
Yeah,
needs not to be forgotten. Even if
never.
it means that we're gonna have this discussion, we're gonna, choke l'idée, but we cannot let it go.
Mm-hmm.
That's something else. So we need to know every year, on August 14th, this
Mm-hmm.
happened.
Mm-hmm.
This happened in our country, and it gives us 1804.
This
So
was an
we
important catalyst.
need
Yeah,
to hold on to those moments so that we know what we're made of.
right.
Even if it means to have that conversation, that historical, political, spiritual stigmata, the voodoo and everything, I don't mind. We'll make peace with it, but we won't forget it, because it did happen.
Yeah.
It did happen. Today we are called Haiti for a reason. Nou pa
Ayiti.
yon dom-tom, nou pa yon departement d'outre-mer, nou pa gen yon emancipation, nou te gen freedom, nou te
Nous
gen
one.
liberté,
Nous
nou
one
rache
destiny.
liberté.
That's
Donk,
right.
tout bagay sa yo, nous gen tendance si nous bliye yo, n'a bliye qui est nou ye. Si nous bliye qui est nou ye, nous perdu essence nous et nous pas ka avancer.
C'est ça.
Y a bliye et nous même encore n'a anéanti tête nous. So distraction, c'est rete dans affaire. Oh, qui ça que t'es passé bois caïman, qui ça que pas de passé bois caïman.
C'est
Oh,
ça.
c'est sauvage, nous t'es pas besoin qu'on ait.
C'est
De
ça.
pour qu'on ait que bois caïman t'es fait 14 août. N'a gen discussion après. Mais
C'est
bois
ça.
caïman n'a pas revendiqué. Même je ne revendique 18 novembre, bataille de Vertier. Même ça nous prend
Yeah.
1er janvier. Même ça nous dit, père fondateur des Salines, gen de
Oui.
bagaille, faut ne pas permettre nous oublier.
Right.
Voilà. Donc,
I
cause là, pour tout haïtien, cause là, c'est cause chaque grain haïtien. Donc, 15 août, nous avons fait Haïti bel nom, c'est pour nous restaurer ça. C'est pour que
beautiful.
génération dans 50 ans, nous pas le retrouver là encore chita jodi pour nous faire un travail de mémoire. Nous fait l'autre travail dans 15 ans parce que Boakaï m'a plat. Là, pour côté que l'école petite nous a visiter puis yo ouais ça t'est c'est
Beautiful.
travail ça que nous fait.
Beautiful. Well, I'm in. I'm sold.
You sold.
How much money you want?
No.
Listen, you are very compelling, very inspiring. You are a prolific dancer, choreographer, teacher, director, visionary. Like I said, floored. Even more honored before. I, I talk a lot, and I don't know. I
I
have
love
nothing.
it. I love
I
it.
have
I
nothing
love
to
it.
say.
I love
Yo,
it.
you are amazing. You
Thank
are
you very much.
amazing. And I'm so you're gonna stick around, but
Sure.
before I leave the show, is there anything that you'd like to share with the people watching? We have Ayiti Belnam coming to the Adrian R's Ziff Ballet Opera House on August 15th of
At
this
7.
year, people. It's not we're that's less than a month away.
I
Um,
think it's 2 weeks. No,
yeah,
three. No, 3 weeks.
no, that yeah, about 3 weeks. It's
Mm-hmm.
about, because and so you want to get your tickets today. You need to go ahead and get those tickets for the kids, the family, do something. And I heard that some seats can be less than $100. So
Yes,
so I got that confirmation the other day as well. So do do yourself the service. Go
exactly.
to
To
Ayiti
see,
Belnam. It's a
yeah.
can't miss. And I'm not
And
even
it's not only Haitian community. If you have
no, it's open to
other communities,
everyone.
it's open to everybody that wants to discover Haiti's culture. You are most welcome to come.
Yes,
I know,
come.
like downtown in Miami, we have those big communities, Cuban communities,
Yes.
etc. So everybody is welcome to share that
To
moment
come
with
and
us.
share. And culture and sharing in each other's culture is really is fundamental to us as humans to connect with other people.
Exactly,
And so, how do you go through life not understanding your neighbor's culture,
exactly,
especially when their culture and their history had a huge impact in your country's history? So, it's important to learn those things. So, it's been an honor. I mean, I can't say it enough. Thank you so much, Linda Isabelle François Obas, François Obas. Haitians with the five names. But I
my husband names is Emmanuel Obas, so I put the Obas because that's
oh,
my
is that
husband's name.
the artist Oba?
That's the artist Oba. He's from Music Manoba. He's
Yes,
the little brother of Bitova Oba.
of
Yes,
course I know Bitova Oba.
yes.
Oh,
So this is
oh,
an
I love the
it's an
Mixed.
artist affair.
Hey, and I love the mix of, and there are only few Haitian artists who can easily swing in and out of, Western jazz to Haitian music and still preserve our traditional rhythms under it. Oosh,
Yes, pas
so
facile, eh?
hey, so another band that does that really nicely is Zafem. And
Yes, they did. They do. They do a
man,
wonderful work. Yes,
and
yes.
yeah. All right. All right. I love it for you. I love it,
Thank you
love
so
it, love it.
much.
I'm sure the family will be there on the
Yes, the whole
15th.
family will be there on the 15th.
Beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful. Yeah, so you're gonna stick around and I'm going to end the show. Guys, if you haven't already, like I said, I love having these thought-provoking, deep conversations about life, spirituality, definitely something as culturally moving as Ayiti Belnum. How could I not get behind and promote? This was a conversation with Linda Francois. Please, please, please. Do yourself a favor. I said it again. And Linda, thank you very much. I'm going
Thank you,
to let
Addi.
you
Thank you
go.
so
Bye,
much.
Leno, but I'm going to let you go. And that's it. I want to invite my participants to I want to invite my participants. If you're here, my algorithm is always saying I'm getting views, it's getting impressions, but people are not really subscribing. I know this is a new channel, but in order to grow, I need your help. So please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the comment. I check my comments and I do respond. And I'm always here to chat with you. We can always continue that conversation. Check out www.addicassius.com where I can't stop writing about the stuff that I care about. So check me out there, and you can always find me on IG at Empress Addi or on Facebook. So thank you so much. Bye bye.
Ayiti Belnum. It is your story, my story. It is our story. Step into an unforgettable theatrical musical journey celebrating the richness, resilience, and beauty of Haitian culture. Presented by Production Bel Haïti, Carole Demesme, and conceived by Florence Jean-Louis Dupuis, Linda François Obas, and Paula Payan. On August 15, 2026 at 7 p.m., the curtains will rise inside the Ziff Ballet Opera House at Adrian Arts Center. Performances by Jimmy Jean-Louis, Yol Desroses, Elisabeth Guérin, Béatrice Quebro, Erol Josué, Riva, Tafa, Farah Juste, Catile Fuertes, Daniel Thermidor, and many more. Tickets are available at the Adrian Arts Center website and at the box office. Ayiti Belnum, a mesmerizing experience that will stay with you forever.
Ayiti.